Oh, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I'm up in my comments. We're not on Blockhead no more. I just got done with Blockhead and I'm over in the comment section. You're just going to have to take my word for it. But Mike D, he hit on the Chevron defense. And I just was talking to Ange about that. And I think that is really important. Uh, I read the fishing startup company story, and basically they were being regulated out of the industry. And I think they looked into it and they're like, by what? Here's the question I think I've posed on this channel more than once, and I think it's really confusing to people. In my heart of hearts, I think we all need to ask at all points, by what authority? Because it's not their status, it's not their bank account, and it's not their opinion. None of those things actually convey real authority. Force, that does. Agreed upon, created a framework, maybe. But a paper sign on the door and, oh my God, I don't like this, so we're going to regulate it out of existence, except no one voted for it. And they've been doing that for how long? Did I hear 30 something years? Unelected, unregulated bureaucrats making up shit as they go along? Oh, I wonder what happens. So long last, after 40 years of suffrage, the Supreme Court strikes down the Chevron defense clauses. A lot of people don't realize, and a very good, a lot of people don't realize, and a very good example of what those entailed was the maniacal mandating of corporations. Yes. So, yeah, this is why Ange lost her shit and I kept changing jobs. Because you're uncomfortable doesn't give anybody. Your uncomfortability does not give you authority to regulate others so you can feel safe. What you're allowed to do is never leave the house. Talked about it yesterday with all the food interactions and the allergens. Yep. Then the industry will have to go start and you have to make your special food for you. But everybody shouldn't have to worry about the one person who can't touch a peanut. The fact that the peanut allergy people got say over what goes on in planes is just sad. I don't need more sugar and carbs and garbage. The peanuts were fine. The two people that couldn't handle it, they guess they get to go without. But no, I'm pretty positive they used this Chevron thing to decide, oh, my paper sign has authority. You have to do what I say because I printed out a request. We were just shopping at Menards and very disappointed because we can't get a truck to get something delivered, and I don't know nobody with the vehicle, so I'm like kind of crying, and Ange really helped me change my mood by sending a like one of the top posts was an indictment of Menards for their policies of masking and poisoning oneself, and it was funny. Just hilarious because the guy just spent a ton. He was a contractor and was spending a ton of cash. But a bunch of corporate yahoos planned to control the planet fell on its ass, and they drove good working people to other places that did not have to jump through these fake hoops. So I am very excited, Mike, to see what the ramifications are of all that. And it's pretty telling right now because you have a whole group of left leaning influencers who believe a Supreme Court ruling means that the current administration should just put down all its enemies. And they say that because they're terrified they deserve to be put down and they think the next guy's going to do it. How about you don't act in a way that deserves consequences and repercussions? So, corporations with over 100 employees, forcing them to get poisoned, and then or lose their job. That's all gonna that one's gonna come in like an avalanche, and then obviously anybody buying into that charade again is kind of foolish, in my personal opinion. All opinions for entertainment purposes only, of course. But yeah, so it was not, these mandates. More mandates than gay night at the club. Webby's awesome. And that wasn't done by law. Unelected, deep state, moronic bureaucrats empowered by bad law. Yeah. And they finally did something about that. So I am super excited to see what comes through on that. For sure. So, Mike, I think I put it all in a video. I don't need to. I put it here, not there. But Mike, I appreciate you as always. It's nice to see you, Robert, as well. Good morning. Just finished the yard. God, I thought I answered that. Where'd it go? Things are what they are. So we'll do it this way. Robert, thank you for all the support. If you didn't catch any of the other ones, I appreciate you. And you rock. I get the yard thing. I got some of my grass done yesterday, and now it's raining again. And I don't know if I work tonight. So we're having some communication breakdown. It's always a sign. And not knowing my schedule creates I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. Something like that. I'm not a big Zeppelin fan. But I don't know what's going on tonight. I think starting tomorrow it'll probably be just a shit show. So it's very nice to see everyone, say hi, and let you know that I am not slack ass, and I am getting pulled from all directions at once. Yesterday I had to go over and pick up all the Christmas village because my dad doesn't understand that it's depreciated. Okay, hold on, I need to smoke. All right, what was it? I was like the Christmas village. So I'm helping my dad and my brother. My brother is taming my wild father. He ain't having it, so they're having a little tension because I think my brother is constantly pointing out that just because you had a horrible relationship with your father doesn't mean you have to treat us the same way. Now, at the same time, he's not getting taught many lessons. He's just not walking all over my brother. Where I'm long-winded and ranty, and it turns out my old man just don't like listening to me in the first place. So it's been weird. But we're dealing with it. The house on the market, getting stuff, and trying to figure out if there's anything in the house of value. And there's a couple nice things that we got to put out on the market. And there's a ton of stuff that only has sentimental value, and he doesn't care. Now, I did finally find out what my dad cared about. I wanted his mounted fox. I know where he's moving. I can't even comprehend where it would go. But when I came up and said the fox is something I wanted, we hit the wall finally. So I didn't really realize that my dad didn't care about almost anything. I'm taking all the home movies and pictures home next week. Oh shit. I gotta see if this is work. Nope. Oh, this is my honey. Angie wishes me well, but she wish you well if she knew I was talking to you. So nothing but love from my honey bunnies to us all. That's spaced off wherever it was at. The village. So he just, yeah, I guess he doesn't understand how it appreciates. And then he's got the collectible book. Oh, I was talking about the fox, but we'll wrap them both up together. Okay, the fox mount just turns out to be the one thing he cared about. He doesn't care about none of the memories. He didn't care about the slides, the home movies. I'm taking all that home. That's where I was. But when I brought up the fox, well, that must have been one of his first trophies and first young hunting experience. I saw a transformation in him I'd never seen before. I'm impressed, but confused because I would have felt the same way about everything. Uh, I treat it like a museum archive when I take it down and put it away. Um, just because it goes on the wall don't mean I don't think it has worth. Uh, but he didn't. He doesn't care. He doesn't care, but he cared about the fox is important. And Alan and I, my brother, we had a little talk on the side before I left because it really reminded us at my mom's funeral, the story my dad told was okay, but it was oddly enough about getting my mom a possession. And as I watch him have no regard for his own possessions, I realized, that thank God he took me on trips and didn't buy me a bunch of shit because he appears to control people through possessions, but then no attachment to him himself outside the fox, which, like I said, I have no idea where it's going to go. He's positive the cat was going to wreck it. And unfortunately, the moment it shows up back here means my dad's probably gone. I will help him hold on to whatever he wants to hold on to. I am happy to come across the Spanish hors d'oeuvre swords in premium shape. Those are beautiful. And they have a nice little spot back here soon. So it's just been crazy. And that's all just 3 hours of yesterday trying to cut the grass, Robert. I totally understand. Trying to get some stuff busy and trying to keep busy. And then we're rearranging the house so I can put in more subflooring because the dog has destroyed subflooring I put in. And I don't know. I guess he could go in a diaper, but I don't. Just hope no one. Not much to envy on this end, everyone. I'm just gonna call it the way it is. The dog pees on everything. My honey doesn't. It turns out it's mostly me. She's. I don't keep my shit. I don't want to use that comparison, but I got roaches or nothing like that. No bugs, but I guess it's kind of locker room-esque in here. And the pets, and we all hang out in here for hours so that it can happen. But Ann should be back very soon. I'm working on that. Gosh, this was just all over the place. Really, I just wanted to talk that Chevron thing. And man, do I like pirate reactions. Oh, wait, Mike D, one more day on them Suicide Boys. Now, I guess it's weird. So I guess they were real dark and extreme when they started out. And they're totally, from what I understand, they're totally independent. I watched them on the Theo Von podcast, and I'm still working on it. And it's interesting. What a path. And then to do it all by yourselves with no label and as big as they are, it's pretty amazing. Interesting stories, lots of abuse of drugs, lifestyle choices, and others. So I'm very interested and definitely going to keep it on the channel. Because I think, hey, why not? And oh yeah, no Poncho. Poncho's doing good. He's doing very good. Not treating the floor, and I don't want him getting no diaper because I think it would be bad. I just don't. But he gets a ton of attention, and I'm sure people, if they don't remember, if you don't remember, I dug the hole for Poncho last fall. We didn't think he was going to make it through the winter, and then the cat came. And Hunter brought out the best in Poncho, even though they're not buds. He tolerates this kitty in his house, but it gave him will and purpose. And I don't care if it's my 13-year-old Chihuahua, my 70-year-old father, or me, myself, and I, or anybody watching now. Don't let it discourage you, but purpose and stuff to do is what keeps us going. I think it's an illusion that even if your purpose is to lay around all day, I won't take that away from you. But I do believe that action, purpose create a beneficial aura surrounding individuals. There, we'll go with that. Now, I know this was all over the place, and I'm going to try to comments are getting that's the one spot. So hopefully, well, we know some key bus riders are very good at getting into the comments and getting noticed, and I do notice everyone. Not everyone gets mentioned. Everyone is appreciated and needed. So but the comments are taking the back seat right now, probably for another week, because they take the most out of me. I get all worked up, and it's to get 20 minutes of comments, it tends to take an hour plus, and we've got events all through the end of the weekend. There's street dances, and when the people come out, all the establishments get a hopping. I think the same table of eight's been showing up every day. A lot of tourists, lake cabin owners, out of state visitors, and it gets going. And I'm as much as I get crazy and screamy, and it stresses me out. Been weathering the storm and keeping up. So I got to just do whatever I got to do. The job, I really like my coworkers. The owners are a handful. Mike, Kimberly, if somehow you would see this, I mean no disrespect. It's just, it's a wavy ocean we exist in. But getting tight with everybody else is super cool. And hopefully, I might not be the best employee, but like the other three of us, or four of us, I think there's five of us now. Amanda came back from Europe. She spent a month and a half in Europe. Lucky girl. Couple bad stories. So I do know Fred just came back from Europe. She did get drugged once, and she said at one point a homeless man chased her around while masturbating. She's a very attractive young lady. I'm not saying you should do that kind of stuff, but damn! The real world has turned into a shit show. But the five of us, it appears we all want to work, show up, and do a competent job. I haven't found that with many other people. So it's going to take the priority. Dad, the house for sales, priority. You all are a huge priority too. So the only thing that's going by the wayside is is hearting every single comment. I'd have to power heart them and not read them, and I don't want to do that. So, they are recording a new album, a new singer and guitarist, Crimson Glory. Very cool. See, and I'd want to go down the whole list, not just click, 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 boom, done. All right. Sorry this was all over the place, but it is what it is. Later.